Hey everybody, welcome to Brown's Family Homestead. I'm Lindsay Brown if you're new to our channel, and this is all on our chicken tractor build. We are getting 25 meat birds in March of 2023, this spring, and we decided as a family we wanted to start our chicken tractor build. So this is a chicken tractor inspired by Joel Salatin and the Stony Ridge Farmer. It's a PVC pipe chicken tractor with a steel roof. We give you all of these details in the video, but we do some twists and turns. So we take some inspiration off of Pinterest, off of different chicken tractors we've seen on Instagram, and we're kind of incorporating it into our chicken tractor just to get the durability there, the longevity there. We do not want to rebuild something in 5 years' time. We want this to last. And then we also want it to be super practical for daily use. At the end of this video, we will include the cost of everything, and then we will have a materials list for you where we have a list of every single thing that we use to build this. And then also the whole purpose of this video is to hopefully, if you want to build the same chicken tractor, we guide you through it. So it's in real time as we're building this. We kind of bring you along just to kind of help you if you do want to build the same thing. So before I tell you too much, I'm going to share a little bit about our family and then we'll get started. Hi, I'm Lindsay, and this is my husband Angelo, but we call him Ange. I'm a stay-at-home mom, and Ange is a full-time entrepreneur. He fixes up the worst of the worst rental homes and transforms them into something beautiful, but we also have a landscaping business on the side. Together, we have 3 kids and are starting a homestead from scratch on our 30 acres. We live in our barn dominium right now until we start a forever home build. We believe in working hard, playing even harder, and bringing the old-fashioned values back into the home. We have no idea what we're doing half the time, but we know with God, our family can accomplish great things.
A lot of people say it's like a Joel Salatin style or like a Stony Ridge Farmer style. We saw it on Stony Ridge Farmer, which we got a lot of knowledge from this chicken tractor. So we decided to do meat birds this year, and they say to do about 3 square foot per bird if you're doing a chicken tractor. So this is going to be a 10 by 10, which is 100 square feet. And we're going to do 25 birds, so we have about 25 square foot extra room for growth. So we're going to do the 10 by 10 and see how it works out. It looks like it's pretty simple. It's the cheap Schedule 40 3-inch pipe, so it's not the solid core or anything like that. I don't think that's needed. So we got the cheapest 3-inch pipe that we can get, and we'll put a material list on this video as well. Right now, just material and glue is $260. So you're going to have a bunch of sanitary tees, and then we're going to have 9 sticks of 3-inch pipe, and then you have some street 90s, they're called. So those are just fittings, and we'll see how it goes. Maybe we make some modifications after this, but as of right now, it looks pretty simple. This is a sanitary T, kind of forms a T. So that's what we're using for the uprights. And then to plug into that female end, we're using a street 90, not a regular 90. We're using a street 90, which has a male end in one of it, and the one side of it. So here's a 10 by 10 square of it. And we'll cut 2-inch pipe for each of these tops, and then we'll do the same thing on top.
How high is it?
That's going to be 2 feet high. All my tools are at a rental that we're doing right now, so I have a dry erase marker, which will work just fine. But we're doing every 2 feet because that's how high it's going to be.
This is low. I want to be a
No, keep on holding it.
Hey, Yeah, I don't want to. I got that one.
No, perfect. It's perfect.
Did you?
Okay, so we have it dry fitted right now. We don't have any glue on it. We're gonna make it shorter because Lindsay and I aren't huge people to where we can't really go over. So these are 2 feet, but we're gonna cut them down because with these T's in it, it's making it 3 feet altogether. So we're gonna cut like 6 inches off so we can easily bend over into there to change food and water. And then with these being full 10-foot sticks of PVC, we're going to put T's in the middle of each one with those little 2-foot sections or 1 foot 6-inch sections just to strengthen these because we're a little nervous that this PVC is going to eventually sag. So we're just going to strengthen it. It might turn it over to where it's too heavy and we might have to pull it with the side-by-side to new grass every time. But I think it's worth it in the long run because we'll always have this thing. It's going to be solid, and we'll go with that thought right now. After we thought about the size of your basic like pole barn steel, they're 36 inches wide. So what we're going to do is we're going to back it off of that 10 feet because we'd have an odd number. We'd have to go to like 12 feet or something. So we're going to back it off to just under 9 feet so we can have a little bit of an overhang. And then the same for the length of it. They come in 10s or 12s. So we're gonna back it up a little bit less than 10. So we have a little bit of an overhang from that 10. So.
Yeah.
I'm measuring for a T right now.
So it's 8 inches, but he has to go an inch on both sides, right?
Inch and a half on
Inch
both
and a half
sides.
on both sides. Are you a bug?
No, no.
You're not?
No, no.
So we ended up going with a 9 foot wide or a little bit less than 9 because our steel is 36 inches wide. So 36 times 3 is 9 feet. So it's 3 times 3. So we're gonna get 3 panels wide of steel, but we wanted a little bit hanging off. So if we went with our original 10 foot and didn't cut any of these sticks of 3-inch pipe, we'd have a gap or we'd have to go with 4 panels and we'd have to rip a panel. So we did like 8 foot 9 inches, so we had a little bit of overhang on both sides, and then for the ends we did 10 feet, so our steel is going to end right at 10, so maybe a couple inches less. And then we also went with a shorter, so now we can reach over easier. It's not up in our chest area. We can reach over, we can get in there if we want to through the opening, so that's what we're doing.
All right, so what are you gonna do now?
I'm gonna mark it all out since this is just dry fitted, and then we're gonna glue all the joints.
It's about 3 or 4 days later, and she just picked up the hardware cloth to wrap it. And now we're about to do that, and then next up will be steel. It's like one of those croissant biscuit rolls.
You have it taping right now?
Yeah.
Go over there. This is gonna fling open. Let it roll. Let it roll. Why don't you go from the other side? Kick it. Kick it.
So to round the corner, he cut about halfway up the hardware cloth, and then we just wrapped it around, and now we're doing the other side. It's looking pretty good. It's looking right.
I'm gonna cut out a triangle place and then like wire tie it so it's all one. And then on the border of this, see how it's flipped up like this? Like it's loose on this end. I'm gonna put like black pipe, like gas line, and I'm gonna do long sticks of it, and then do like a 90, and then a long stick, a 90, a long stick, a 90, a long stick, so it does like a big square on the border of this. So the weight of it holds this down, so nothing looks like it can go up underneath of this, because if they can go underneath of this, they can burrow underneath of that. For this corner, all I did, since we have a little overlap on the top, our roof is gonna go on top of this, but what I did is I just folded the one corner in and then folded the other corner on top of it, so nothing's really gonna get in there, and it forms a good tight seal around that. I'm just finding what I think is the middle of this elbow, and I think it's probably like right here. We'll be safe with this one. Today. We have to do an access right here so we can put food and water in there and set chickens in there and stuff like that. So instead of just having our steel on top, we need to frame this out, and it was an afterthought. I didn't think about that at all. So now we're just putting, it's called a sanitary tee right here, and then on that 2-inch pipe, and we're boxing this in, so this will be kind of framed out and be able to sustain a little bit of a load for us to like flap a door over or anything like that. We still haven't figured out what we're doing with that. So this is just framing this out, and then we're gonna continue doing the hardware cloth around here. And another thing that we should note is we're not doing chicken wire on this. We're doing hardware cloth. It stands up a lot better. It's a lot more tough. I think it's a thicker gauge as well. I just heard today from somebody that a weasel, which has been getting our egg layer chickens, I've heard that a weasel can sometimes fit through a hole the size of a quarter or a $50. They said a quarter, which I don't really, that's kind of crazy, but let's say a $50, chicken wire can be manipulated so much that can be a bigger hole. So we're doing hardware cloth on this, and I think it'll stand the test of time a little bit better too. So now that I have these marked in the right spot, I'm gonna put some marks on here so we know exactly where to glue this. So then that gives us where to turn that to when we glue it for good.
Okay, so now that this door is done, well, it's not done, but framed out, we're gonna continue framing out the exterior with the hardware cloth, but because you already saw us do that the other day, we're just gonna spare you the time and we're gonna finish this up, the whole hardware cloth, and then we will come back and continue on with the next thing.
So we just put this this framed in part in here. It was an afterthought, so we had to kind of work it in, but we just put 2 sanitary tees in here. One was a 3-inch because this border is a 3-inch, so it was a 3-3 to a 2, so a 3-inch and 3-inch to a 2-inch because this bracing is 2-inch. We didn't go with a 3-inch, and then down there that bracing is a 2-inch, so it's a 2, 2, and 2 sanitary tee, and we just glued it in. So now this area is going to be our door for putting food and water in, and then if we have to get in there ever to do anything, that's accessible. It's a nice big area. It's like a 3x5 probably. So that'll be the border. This will be a solid border for our door. Okay, so we just almost finished up on this chicken tractor. We just got done today with the hardware cloth fanning out on the bottom, and then we hooked in all the corners. So we had to cut the corners separately because you can't really roll the hardware cloth around the whole thing without it like bubbling out. So we had to cut the corners and then piece in the corners. And then this is 3/4 inch PVC around the whole border, and then it's tied with like baling tie. And that's just to keep this whole thing down because hardware cloth has a tendency to flip up like it would naturally with the roll that it was in. So we want that thing to lay as flat as possible. I consider doing like black pipe or something like that, but with the rust and then also with the weight of black pipe, I figured that it wouldn't be right to do that. So we just did PVC, and everything is tied in now. The only thing that we have left to do is the door on top. We're just trying to figure out some ideas to do it, but the pole barn steel is what we're gonna do for the majority of it, and then we have a part framed in over there that we showed you guys before, and that's what we're gonna be putting a little flip up door in or slide over door, I don't know yet.
But you get the idea. So this was just the major part of the building, but we still have the door to do. Okay, so this is the finished chicken tractor. Ange just finished it up. Besides, the door is not done, but you get the picture. This is the idea of the chicken tractor, so. And I'm gonna bring up a materials list. I'm gonna keep it on for about 10 seconds, screenshot it, or pause the video and jot it down if you need to. That's our chicken tractor. So if you're planning on building this same chicken tractor and you found this video really helpful and you're like, yeah, we want to run with this and we want to do this for ourselves, comment below because we would love to see and like somehow get pictures of these chicken tractors with your birds in it. That's so exciting for us because the whole point of this was just to be helpful for you because we are homesteading from scratch. We haven't known what we're doing, and so it feels really rewarding when we see other people along with our journey and like doing similar things. So if you found this helpful, please comment below. Tell us if you're gonna do this or not. And if you are new to our channel, we just wanna thank you so much for the support of just watching this video through its entirety. That means a lot to us. Every like and comment is so helpful because we are a homesteading from scratch family and we're just documenting our journey. We want to help people that are in a similar position as us, and we make videos every single week. So thanks for watching.